Okay, step one is to buy yourself a rotisserie chicken that you can find in any grocery store or from someplace like Sam's Wholesale Club. Sam's, because their chickens are nice and big, 40 ounces for under $5, and you just can't beat that. You get a nice big chicken. We're going to cut these breast pieces and we're going to have a meal with it. So these big breast pieces, or even the leg pieces, are going to go over into this container here, where we're going to have our chicken meal with potatoes, gravy, and a vegetable. So we'll cut the whole chicken up and get all of these big pieces off. Now, the next thing though is that we're taking these pieces and we're making sure that the scraps, if you will, that you might normally throw away, the skin is going to go over into this other half of the chicken container. And we're going to use that for the soup. In here we have put all of the little pieces. We've tried not to put any of the bones in with the chicken, so we've thrown the bones and the carcass in here, and we try to leave enough meat so it's going to give us a good base for the chicken. So after I'm finished carving the chicken, I now have the chicken divided into two parts. The nice pieces that we're going to use for our chicken meal, from the breast and the legs, and then the carcass parts that include the bones and the skin that I'm going to use for the soup. Is to take the chicken that we have separated into the container, and we've taken all the meat from it, the white meat and the meat off the legs, and we're going to take all the bones and the chicken fat, chicken skin, and we're going to put it into this large pot. Okay. Once we get that all in, okay, what we're going to do is we're then going to take water, put water into it, and we are going to put in 8 cups of water. Okay, it looks like it's a little short of water, so I think I'm going to add some more. I'm going to put in 2 more cups of water, and I think that's going to be plenty. So right now we have 10 cups, and we're going to turn on the heat and let it boil, and once it boils we're going to let it go for about 30 minutes. The soup is cooking. What you want to do is prepare the vegetables. My wife likes a lot of carrots, so I've done about 5 or 6 quarts of carrots, a package of carrots, and I've cut them up into little bite-sized chunks. Yeah, and the other thing I've done is we've done some celery. I'm going to have about 2 cups of celery that I've done, and I'm also going to throw in about an optional onion, just to give it some flavor. You don't have to put in the onion. If you like it, it might. We're really going to have what's more like chicken vegetable soup right here. And then I'm going to wash it, and once the chicken is done cooking, we're going to put it in and cook that. Okay, now once the chicken is done in the soup, we got to take it out and we put it into one of the half containers that we got the chicken in from Sam's, and we're going to take it all out, all the scraps, because now it'll be easy to get the meat off of the bones. Next thing, we'll use a strainer go through with the strainer and get the pieces of meat from here. And then once this cools, what we're going to do is we're going to separate the meat from the bones and the skin and put it in the other container. Okay? So you don't have any bones left in there. And then I'm going to take the veggies and I'm going to put the veggies in here. And you can see this thing is going to get filled right up. Next, what I'm going to do is we have to add more bouillon because the chicken just doesn't give us enough bouillon. So I'm going to put about 6 tablespoons of bouillon in here. And you could do it to taste. And what I'm using is this chicken-based Better Than bouillon. And this is it comes like a paste, and it's better than the cubes. You don't have to take the silver foil off. It's better than the packages, and it works pretty good. So right now I put in 3. I'm going to let that simmer for a little bit. I'm going to taste it, and then I'm going to see what the flavor, and I'll probably put some more in. Okay? Okay, while the veggies are cooking, what I'm going to do, and we've given this a little bit of a chance to cool, I'm going to take the meat off the bones here and put it into the little container that I'm going to put in the meat.
In the soup.
In the soup, sorry. So we have the soup, the veggies cooking, and I'm getting rid of the bones and the skin and things, and I'm putting the meat into little pieces here, and then once I got that, I'm going to throw it into the soup. And while I've started this is going to take about a half an hour for these veggies to cook. I've started for the noodles, another bowl for the noodles, so that once the water starts boiling there, I can make the noodles. And by the way, the noodles, this is the secret ingredient that I'm using, is going to be, you got to try these. There's several different brands of these, but the Kruski egg noodles are much better than the regular egg noodles because they're just meatier, and they come in different brands. These are Pennsylvania Dutch. They come in Polish brands, but they're meatier and they taste a lot better, so really use these for your soup. Okay, while the noodles are cooking, now we're making the chicken sandwiches that we've got from the leftover meat from the first meal that we've had. And of course we're going to use some lettuce, tomato, and toast with mayonnaise. The sandwiches will be delicious with that Sam's chicken. I sample the soup and see if I've got enough bouillon put in it. If I need more bouillon, I put it in. You can see from the video that the consistency is very hearty, vegetable orientated. The other thing we did, if we have any other chicken that are little pieces, we just kind of also throw those in to add a little bit more meat to the chicken soup, although we're making the chicken sandwiches also to go with the soup. The noodles are done. You want to make sure that the noodles don't get too overdone. They should have a meaty kind of consistency to them, in the same way with most of the vegetables.